Hello, remarkable readers! I'm Beth. Welcome to another episode of Read Remark. I'm so glad that you guys joined me today. I'm going to be talking about 3 good books that make great audiobooks. Alright, so today we're going to talk about 3 good books that make great audiobooks. Audiobooks are actually one of my favorite secrets to how I read so much because I'm on the go a lot, like you guys are, either working or running or in the car. So let's get on to the list. Number 1, It by Stephen King, read by Steven Weber. This was the book about the scary clown that made people terrified of clowns for decades afterwards. But Steven Weber does the voices really well. He does the clown's scariness without it being too over the top. He does the kids nicely without them being infantile. He acts the heck out of this part, and it shows. Stephen King actually has a lot of good audiobooks, and either he or his publishers are really good at finding narrators that just fill out those roles perfectly. Here's a little extra one I'm going to throw in there. It's actually a novella by Stephen King. It's called Mrs. Todd's Shortcut, read by Dana Ivey. It's so good! It's where Mrs. Todd finds a more and more intricate and strange shortcut and brings her old friend along with her on the ride. It's wonderful. It's magical. Number 2 is one of those palate cleanser books that I like to talk about sometimes, but that isn't to mean that it's trite or forgettable. It's Aint She Sweet by Susan Elizabeth Phillips, read by Kate Fleming. She lent such sass and wit to all these books that she read. Aint She Sweet is one of those books that I come back to from time to time because it's just so sweet. It's wonderful. It's about a girl who was a mean girl in high school, and now that she is older, she's down on her luck, just can't seem to get her life together, and she comes back to her hometown and gets her comeuppance. But it's not really as nefarious as it sounds. It's actually a really sweet story that I love to read, or actually listen to. Yeah, it's really good. Number 3 is one that I highly recommend to everyone. It's called I Must Say by Martin Short, read by, of course, Martin Short. This is the comedian's autobiography of his life. He talks about some of his acts that he's done. He breaks into character as like Ed Grimley or Jiminy Flick. No, Jiminy Glick. And he talks about some of the sadder aspects of his life. It was actually really heartfelt for me, and I kind of looked like an idiot because I listened to the majority of it while I was out running, and so I had to kind of duck my head. I highly recommend it. Even if you have read the Word version of his book, I recommend that you go back and also listen to the audiobook version because it is wonderful. Martin Short will stop the book from time to time and break out into one of his characters. So there you have it. Those are the 3 books that make really great audiobooks. Number 1, It by Stephen King, read by Steven Weber. Number 2, Aint She Sweet by Susan Elizabeth Phillips, read by Kate Fleming. And number 3, I Must Say by Martin Short, read by Martin Short. I don't know if it's possible to actually say that title without breaking into the Ed Grimley voice. I must say. Oh, I cracked me up. Okay, be sure and check out my website, readremark.com, to read more book reviews. Check me out on Twitter at readremark. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and give it a like. I can't wait to see your comments. I'm always looking for new audiobooks, so give me your recommendations below. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.